Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of a great millstone. Shalom to you hopefully elect out there. All right, I'm going to try to get through this rather quickly. For those that were on the live, trying to go live and the phone cut off and whatnot. But, again, we're just going to jump right back into it. I'm going to go ahead and read this real quick in the book of Romans. Because, Yahweh Shai being that example, that perfect example. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get this real quick in 1 Peter chapter 2. First Peter chapter 2, starting at verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because Hamashiach also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps. All right, because Yahweh Shai, again, being the captain of our salvation, all right, laying that blueprint for us to follow, because just like Yahweh Shai is an example for us, well, hey, we have to be an example to the flock, to the rest of the sheep. All right, because being in this society, in this setup, in this flesh, where everything is just about wickedness and sin, everything in this society is about living contrary to Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, and that's what we've been taught before we woke up to this, before we were called into this truth. All right, and we're learning to live in Yahweh Shema Shai, which means walking according to the spirit and not the flesh. But it's not an easy walk, all right? But it's not impossible as well. It's not an impossible walk as well. And again, that's why Yahweh Shai, he laid that blueprint for us to follow after his footsteps, all right? Because there's many, accounts just dealing with Yahweh Shai as far as, he could have reacted a certain way, but he didn't, because, Yahweh Shai and his humility, all right, being humble, walking humbly, all right, because again, it's easy to lash out. And scriptures talk about not being rash to make decisions, and roughly paraphrasing, just because you feel some type of way doesn't mean you could just lash out. We got to take the lowly, all right. As I always say, hey, when it comes to this shit, it doesn't mean anything, man. Just let these people have it. Unless, under certain circumstances where, your life is in immediate danger or whatever the case may be. But other than that, let these people have it. And just through the spirit, I'm grateful for where I'm at as far as my servitude in Yahweh Shema Shai and with the brothers, the camp. Because, on another note, we can't do anything to make Yahweh Shai Yahweh Shema Shai look bad, and can't do anything to blame the ministry. All right, you see, so that's why when it comes to a lot of things, man, we just got to take the lowly. You just got to, as I always say, this truth comes with a lot of taking shit on the chin and turning the other cheek, man. All right. Matter of fact, when we reading on in verse 22, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth, who, when he was reviled not again. When he suffered, he threatened not, but committed himself to him that judges righteously. And, again, through the spirit, I was just prompted real quick to do this because, just a little situation, all right, where, because it's easy to lose your temper. And more, I know brothers getting to a point with all this built-in frustration, all that built-in power, that the power's building up within brothers. So, it's just getting to a point where, it seems like we just can't take it anymore. But that's why, like I said, man, just the water Yahweh Shema Shai for allowing me to be where I'm at, because if I didn't have this truth, if I didn't have this Yahweh Shema Shai to represent and the camp and brothers, and, trying not to, put any type of blame on the ministry and whatnot, man, I would have lost my shit a long time ago. That's why I said I'm sure I can speak for all brothers. If it wasn't for this thing of ours, man, most of us, if not all of us, would either be locked up or in the spiritual realm, or in the mental health asylum, man. Because it's almost like this feeling of it's getting harder and harder to you know, control your temper because of these demons, man. You know, because of the demons that's on these people, which, you know, it's all set up through the spirit. All right, you know, because those spirits, they're going to try to tempt you. They're going to try to do everything that they can to get you out of your zone, you know, get you to react a certain way, to get you to move, you know, carnally, whatever the case may be. They're going to do things to make you react a certain way. And, you know, it's just like more and more, almost on a daily basis now, man. It's just like the you know, these people, man, they work your nerve, and they just get on your nerve. And, you know, like I said, man, it's getting to a point where it's almost like the frustration that brothers is going through is building up, which is really that power building up, man. You know, and that's why, on another note, hey, that's why we don't have the power right now. Because if we had the power right now, all these people would be incinerated, man. You know, but like I said in verse 23, 1 Peter 2 and 23, who, when he was reviled not again. Because there's plenty of accounts where Yahushua, he could have reacted a certain way. He could have lashed out. He could have called a legion of angels, but he didn't. All right, because hey, this thing is all about intemperance and taking the lowly. All right, it says when he suffered, he threatened not, but committed himself to him that judges righteously. So you see, to these people that do you wrong, they might say something, or whatever the case may be. You know, someone cut you off in traffic, and whatever the case may be. Hey, you, at the end of the day, like I said, unless it's like a life-threatening, you know, and you really have to defend yourself or family or whatever. Other than that, man, just let these people have it and leave it in the Lord's hands. And it's spiritual because, hey, this guy, Brother Polite, you know, he got his due justice. All right, justice was served. You know, and as I did the video yesterday, hey, it's only a matter of time before these people get got. It's only a matter of time before the Lord gets these people, man. So let them have it. As I always say, let these people have it. This shit, it doesn't mean anything. It's small, man. Let these people have it. In due time, hey, the God, the power that judges righteously, hey, these people are gonna get their due justice, man. You know, hey, if it comes down to it, put curse up on these people, man, and you know, keep it pushing. All right. You know, I get this testimony a while ago about how, hey, you know, at the apartment complex that I'm at, you know, because the Lord got rid of all their asses, you know, not too long ago, you know, there's a whole new management team now, you know, a whole new crew from the front office to the maintenance. And, you know, as it stands right now, you know, they haven't been really giving us any problems, but, you know, the people before them, the crew before them, they were really after us, man. You know, they were after us, you know, from the management to the maintenance, right? You know, and hey, what did I do? Hey, I put curses up on all of them, whoever, you know, because I don't know who they were individually, but I just, hey, and that's the thing, you know, you just got to leave it in the Lord's hand, man. He's going to deal with it in due time. All right, in due time. And come to find out, my rep actually told me about how, hey, with this, there's a whole new management team, right? But this one, the one in particular, when it came to this maintenance guy, man, you know, he didn't really have a good report. You know, people were complaining that, you know, because these guys, man, they're supposedly, you know, according to the, you know, what people and the other residents and whatnot were saying about how this guy, he would go in people's apartments, you know, unannounced, and because, you know, every now and then they do these inspections and stuff like that, and, you know, people reported their stuff stolen, and so this guy didn't really have a good report. But basically, you know, one thing I remember is that this guy, he always had this limp. All right, I don't know, he might have gotten injured. He just speculating. He was probably in the military. You know, served in the. He's an older gentleman. You know, but he was probably in the military. You know, got hurt or something. You know, but whatever the case may be, he had a limp. All right, and You know, after I put curse up on all these cats, man, my rib, and I haven't seen him since, but my rib said the last time that she seen him, this guy, he was walking in a double cane, man. You know, apparently he was bad. Something had happened to where, hey, he could barely walk now. You know, the canes that you push. I'm not talking about the one standing canes. You know, I always forget what they're called, but my rib said the last time that you seen him, he was walking in the walkers. Yeah, the walkers. You know, and I'm talking about, because this guy, he probably was in his mid 50s or so. But these little walkers, I'm talking about, great grandmas be walking in. You know, and, you know, we had the great grandma, grandparents, great grandparents. They were walking in those walkers, right? Up in their 80s, 90s, walking with the walkers. Well, she said the last time she seen him, that's what he was walking. He had the double walker. All right, so hey, call Allah Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You know, going back to this guy, Brother Polite. All right, hey, he got his due justice. So, you know, you just gotta leave it in their hands. Eventually, the power that judges righteously, hey, he's gonna take care of it. All right, because going back to it, hey, I was this close. You know, and like I said, you get that feeling more and more, like I'm this close. You know, JB, you know, JB talking like I'm this close to you know, losing my shit. You know. But like I said, man, just had a little situation, man, earlier today, and it really vexed me. You know, I had to calm down a little bit, and I had to end up, just because I was just trying to get some gas. I ended up just going to a completely different gas station. All right, and just, you know, getting gas. I just had to walk out the store and just go to another gas station, man, because I was vexed. I was heated, right? But following after the footsteps of Yahweh Shema Shai, you know, that blueprint that Yahweh Shai. You know, hey, let these people have it. All right, let them have it, man. Because there's more important things to worry about than you know, acting out in anger and whatnot, man. We got more important things to deal with. All right. So I'm gonna go to this. As a matter of fact, since I said that, I'm gonna get this in Matthew 5. Starting at verse Matthew 5, starting at verse 39. It says, "But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on the right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if any man will sue thee at the law, and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also. And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain." So basically, like I said, at the end of the day, man, let these people have it. All right, and that's why I always say, hey, this truth, a part of this thing of ours, it's about just taking shit on the chin and turning the other cheek, man. You know, that consists a lot of this thing of ours. That's what it consists of a lot, man. Just let these people have it. Turn the other cheek, as the saying goes. Let these people have it, man. In due time, the Lord's going to get these people. Now, like I said, you know, granted, again, man, you know, we get those feeling, that frustration and everything, but we can't act out on our emotions. And again, that's what we are learning, not to act out in our emotions, not to let our flesh rule us. You see? Because I'm gonna get this real quick in Romans. Because you know, at one point, when I came to this realization a long time ago, for me personally, it made my walk better. All right, because, you know, as far as going through the trials and tribulations and things of that nature, instead of being in that woe was me, down and out spirit, you know, eventually you come to a point where it's just like, all right, I'm going through this. Because not only is this faith, you know, not only is the Lord building character traits within us, all right, but hey, Lord willing, we can be used to uplift the next brother, man. You know, Lord willing. And when I came to this realization a long time ago, like I said, it made my walk better. You know, it made my walk a little better because, like I said, now you get to a point where you just, well, Instead of, like I said, just being in that down and out, woe is me. And well, ask yourself, while I'm here, I'm going through this, or I'm suffering this, how can I use this and bring it to the ministry? How can I use this to uplift the next brother? How can I use this, for someone else who's in need? All right, because when you go to this in Romans 6:12, let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body, that you shall obey it in the lust thereof. Because again, being in this flesh which is subjected to sin, the flesh is bound to go off. And again, it's easy to act out. Someone cut you off in traffic, you just whatever. It's easy to act out in emotion, and that's why I touted this the way that I touted it. All right, because again, we can't act out according to our anger, our emotions, our feelings, our flesh. You got to take the lowly, man. We have to take the lowly and just deal with it until the Lord deals with it. Take the lowly until the Lord deals with it. Because as I did the video yesterday, hey, it's only a matter of time, right? But verse 13, it says, neither yield ye your members as instruments of unrighteousness unto sin. So you see, because Esau, he's an instrument on the left hand. He's a tool by the Heavenly Father on the left hand. Isn't he? The scriptures refer to him as a hammer on the earth. So hell, the Esau, he's a tool on the left hand for the Heavenly Father. Well, hey, instead of being a tool, an instrument in wickedness, let the Lord use you in righteousness. Let's, Lord willing, be tools for Yahweh Shem in righteousness. That's why it goes on to say, but yield yourselves unto God as those that are alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness unto God. So you see, be instruments for Yahweh Shem in righteousness. And again, certain situations come about, trials and tribulations. Well, ask yourself, all right, what is the Lord trying to show me, not only for my benefit, but how can I use this to my experience? Because I always say, man, that experience is one thing to hear the apostles, bishops, elders, and certain brethren, talk about their experiences. All right, but it's another thing to actually go through the experience yourself. It's another thing to experience the experience itself. All right, because experience is the best teacher. So in your experience, whatever it is for you personally, ask the Lord. Inquire, how can I use this to be an instrument for Yahweh Shema Shah, to, Lord willing, bring this to the ministry and for brothers, whatever the case may be. All right. You see, because another thing, man, hey, this truth, man, it's like Yahweh Shah is an example for us. Well, hey, we have to be an example for the flock, for the sheep, because it's beyond us. All right. It's bigger than us. All right. It's bigger than us. So with that, I'm going to get this in Romans 12. Because like I said, that situation earlier today, man, it really ticked me off. All right. It vexed my spirit. And, this close to, snapping. And I've been more and more, it's just really trying to keep it together. And just, again, I'm speaking for most brothers. I'm speaking for all brothers, man. Just getting to that point where, you feel like you're about to snap, man. Snap on everything. Snap on everyone. But again, the Wadi Yahweh Shema Shah, because it's the spirit that's keeping us together, man. That's holding us together. Because boy, Romans chapter 12, verse 16. Verse 17, Romans 12 and 17. Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. So you see, hey, let the Lord take care of it. Unless your life is in immediate danger, or the life of others are in immediate danger, other than that, just let the Lord deal with it, man. All right. Let the Lord deal with it. You see, let the Lord deal with it, man. Because again, the Lord's going to get them in due time. The Lord's going to get these people in due time. All right. Again, on another note, hey, You know, we're better than this anyways. I say this with all humility. All right, we're better than these people anyways, man. Even Yahushua said, "I'm from above, ye are from beneath." So it's not even worth letting someone else, letting these niggas, these people, man, these nobodies, these less than nothings, these 2/3. It's not worth letting them get you out of your zone, man, get you out of your spirit, lowering our vibration for these people, and getting out of character for these people. They're not worth it. All right. These people, they don't deserve us anyways. So, it's not worth it at the end of the day. And I'm speaking to myself. And again, it's easier said than done. All right. But nevertheless, it is a learning process. And it's always going to be a learning process until we make it into those chariots. All right. That's why, we're going to have to fight until the end, man. But it's just real quick. Lord willing, this was edifying, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Shalom to you. Hopefully, Lord willing, until the next one.